Welcome to Vogelvang Enterprises Motion Picture Productions, where every production here is an event. I'm a multi-production company involved with film, video, props, models, sets, special effects, graphics, and construction, just to name a few. Future videos will be covering these aspects of creativity and engineering. Today, however, you're here to learn how to build a waterfall. Or maybe not. For years, people have been asking me, how do I film things? How do I build things? How do I do special effects, graphics? How do I bring my ideas and creativity to life? Well, this video series is to show you just how I do that. And you can view it as in many different aspects. You can view it as a tutorial, so you can see how you can do it yourself. You can view it as a behind-the-scenes documentary, so you can see how I do things. Or you could just watch it as a reality TV show, you know, kind of like My Life as Eric. However you watch it, I hope you find it entertaining and educational. Now, one of the first things we need to consider is location. I've chosen this area for several reasons. 1, nobody walks in this area. 2, it makes a great backdrop. And 3, it covers up those apartments there in the back, thus secluding this gazebo barbecue area into a nice secluded tropical setting. Now, look around your property. Is there a place that looks dead? Well, why not cover it with the waterfall? And for this, we're going to have to design it. So what should our waterfall look like? Well, there are many different kinds to choose from. There are tall ones and flat ones and short ones where water just rolls off the rocks and everything. But I've chosen a tropical waterfall because my backyard looks tropical, and for my fondness as a Jungle Cruise skipper back in the day. I pulled some pictures off here from the internet to give me some inspiration. The most iconic is this one here. I chose this Tahitian mountain for its iconic tropical image. Now, even though there is no waterfall on this photograph, I like the shape of the mountain. And here's a rough sketch of my design. What I have here is a large basin of water, which will hopefully leak into a smaller one here and a smaller one here, and then all cascading down into this pond. I will also have small leak tubes from each one of these water ledges, so that when I turn the waterfall off, this one will drain into here, this will drain into the pond, this will drain into the pond. This way, no water will be left up here, so you don't have to worry about mosquitoes. And the water in here, it'll be covered with a pool cover. Just a piece of styrofoam that goes over it, and then that'll keep critters and children and mosquitoes away from your waterfall. Don't worry how this sketch will translate into the real thing. I still have to build it, and we'll be learning and seeing step by step how this project will progress. So now we have a location and a design. Now it's time to lay the groundwork. As you can see, the land back here has been cleared out. But if you look at these photos, you can see that I had to remove a cactus plant, trim back some aloe vera, and remove some tall grasses. Now that the land is cleared out, it's time to level it. We wouldn't want the pond to be at a slant so that water would be sloshing from one side to the other. And for that, we're going to have to do some leveling. So let's get started. Alright, next we need our base. We're going to do this with plywood and 2x4s. I'll show you how. This is my base. It's made from 2 pieces of plywood with a 6-foot diameter. It's connected with these 2x4s, and the reason why I'm lifting it up 3.5 inches is that the wall will be 12 inches from here to the ground. The pond will be 9 inches to here. This way we don't need a lot of water. And next, we're going to build our styrofoam blocks. We're going to start on the exterior all the way around, then build the interiors and start detailing and carving. Here's my stockpile of styrofoam. As you can see, there are flat panels and blocks, things you could pick up from a hardware store. I'm also recycling my old rocks from sets from other movies. They're no longer in use, so I might as well just cannibalize them and make them into a mountain. I also have some foam that comes from the interior of spa covers. They're very large, very thick. This will come in very handy. The one on the right has its cover on it. The one on the left has the cover removed. As you can see, there's a lot of styrofoam there. And so here is what I have so far. You can also use packing materials and whatever you need to get this project done. Here I have an old rock formation that I've built before, and we're going to start by doing this. We put the line like so to show the depth I'm going to cut. And I'm going to go about to here, and I put a little line here, and a line here, one more time over here, and then you got your radius. So as you can see from here, we got to cut here and here, here and here. Now you got your straight line depth and your radius, and now we're ready for cutting. And from here we take our lines and we cut it straight this way, and then we can curve our saw to cut the radius of the plywood this way. We then glue these parts on to the plywood, and you begin your building blocks of the pond. Now we begin attachment. What we do is we use some liquid nail here. It doesn't have to be that heavy because it's just here to tack it down and hold it down in position. One. And we just go all the way around. There's no need to do it on the radius side because there's nothing holding anyway. You want to do it on the flat side so it goes onto here. As you can see here, we have the outer wall and the inner wall block. Once you've got these two together, you can start building up so we can get higher than our 9-inch level. I plan on cutting it down to 9 inches, so I built it up to between 10 and 12 inches. We've got these skewers here to hold the styrofoam in position, and then once it's all built up, we start filling in the holes and crevices with all these little smaller pieces in here. After that, we take our spray foam and we spray in all the crevices, and then when this is all dry, all these bits and pieces become one solid piece of styrofoam. Very strong, and we'll be ready for carving. But before that, we're going to build our mountain. Even the exterior has small pieces, and also filled with spray foam.